So the first young Scrooge and Belle Pa, I know one of the challenges on this piece is the lighting, because we're trying to darken as much of the perimeter as possible, but it's hard to create that same effect. It'd be similar to like what they do in, what's that movie? American Beauty, where they sort of, black out everything else and focus on one performer. This was one of the earlier pieces that we choreographed, right?
We rehearsed this on the very first day of rehearsal.
But with Chris Cho.
I remember that day we rehearsed past, present, this.
The lighting also ends up causing a space challenge in that we lose about a third of the stage. This role was originally set on Spencer.
It was set on her in 2015. She's been Belle ever since. This will be her 5th year performing the role.
I remember doing this sequence like 30 times in a row because they just couldn't get the arm work to be able to do the ins and outs.
Have Chris lift her in the air and land on his leg. They weren't a fan of that part.
It didn't work out so well. Alright, so this is Fred's party. Tell us about Fred's party.
I always refer to Fred's party as the Nutcracker flowers of A Christmas Carol. I don't know, maybe because I don't know why.
I think it's like simple group choreography that it's in a 3.
More to say. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe that's why it's in a 3. But also because the choreography is quite simple in this, but it doesn't mean the execution is, because the dancers in this scene have to exude grace and radiance and poise. The performance quality that's required in this scene is the type that can capture an audience just with a simple arm movement or a simple gesture, a simple walk across the stage. That's the feel that's needed to perform a scene like this in an exciting way. It's something that's hard to pull from some dancers.
Yeah, it's a quality that's difficult to teach if it's not sort of part of their makeup already. So I decided to include this scene because Rick. So this is his 4th year playing Scrooge Forest. When we set this up for him 3 years ago, we basically said, alright, there's this gap between when present leaves with ignorance and want and future comes on. And there's gonna be, dry ice filling the stage and fill it, go.
Yeah, I think we said there's a sense of doom. Do what you want with that.
And he just sort of takes it and runs with it from there and really is able to capture what's happening in the character's mind during a piece of music that doesn't really have anything else going on. And then we get to Future. So this is just Future's part of Future's solo. We have a little bit of work with the shades later, but this is just part of Future's solo, and this scene really has the potential to just be so powerful. Future itself is such a powerful character, being the one that most of us as humans are most afraid of. Just the metaphor alone in Future's character is deep and intense.
Yeah, the choreography in this scene was probably the most difficult in the whole show.
And in case anybody was wondering, that's Mare in the background there whining.
unofficial CCB mascot.
Yeah, the choreography for this scene is not easy. There's a few moments in it where they're sort of bearing down on Scrooge, and again, I go back to metaphor, that idea of future bearing down on us in a way that we can't really stop.